Hey everybody, it's me Jermaine and I'm back with another Simple Truth news update, and I'm here in the office and trying to get back on track. But I happened to find an article today. One of the friends I have out there on Facebook, I don't know for sure if it was one of the Saints or not, but it was a very interesting article. Time and time again, you've heard me and many others echo of the things that are beginning to happen in this country. We're seeing a tremendous drop in availability of income for people. The unemployment rate is skyrocketing. This fiscal responsibility that the government is supposed to have is just a joke. They are pushing the can or kicking the can down the road and just creating more and more debt. And what's beginning to happen as a result of that, you're having a great number of people that are being displaced, whether it be from jobs, whether it be from homes, or even from the ability to be able to provide for themselves and their families. And this is just another instance of what is coming down the road, what is happening. And what this article is about today, it is about FEMA. The Federal Emergency Management Administration. And the article comes from trueactivist.com. Now, I don't know how strong this source is, but what is being said is very important. And the title of the article is FEMA Camp Has Begun. Homeless First. As unemployment rises, the unfortunate predicament of homelessness swells in effect. And what's even more shocking is how it's being handled or being pushed aside as someone else's problem. Shockingly similar to the segregation of the Holocaust in the 1940s, South Carolina City has created plans to collect its homeless and detain them in an area separate from the public. In August, the Columbia City Council unanimously approved the plan, creating special police patrols that would enforce quality of life laws, including loitering, public urination, and other crimes not necessarily restricted to the homeless population. The homeless would then be offered a choice by the officers: go to jail for homelessness or be shuffled to a 240-bed, 24-hour shelter on the outskirts of town, which they wouldn't easily be allowed to leave. Activist Post reported that the Columbia, South Carolina plan is already complete with an urgent emergency homeless response report. The plan includes information about hauling the homeless away in transport vans to an already stationed shelter with workers. Phone number for townspeople to report the person in need, an officer stationed to control foot traffic, public feeding moved there, more foot patrol officers for the city to keep out the homeless. Oh, and the homeless can't walk off the premises. What may be good intent shockingly resembles the horrific 1940s mass murder, which limited freedom and drastically reduced the population. Not only that, homeless segregation to keep public areas aesthetically pleasing is a sucker punch for those experiencing the difficult edge of an economy in downturn. Efforts should be made to curb unemployment and perhaps alleviate the issue, which is the cause of the rise in homelessness. According to the plan, those individuals who wish to leave must get permission, set up an appointment, and be shuttled to a transport van. The patrolman will guard the road leading in to make sure homeless don't wander off downtown. Ex-prisoners will be shuttled there unless someone picks them up from the county jail. No foot traffic is allowed according to the many reports, only shuttle van arrival. This is a city plan and not a federal government plan. In September, the council in Columbia, South Carolina, decided to rescind its controversial decision to criminalize homelessness after facing major backlash from police, city workers, and advocates. However, it's not the only council seeking a solution for the rising numbers of homeless on the street. How can limiting the rights of those in need be the answer? With 3.5 million homeless individuals and 18.5 million vacant homes, it seems the economic system is what needs to be checked, not people's liberties. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a situation here where people, because they are unable to maintain their residence, whether it be because of the loss of employment or because of a mortgage that they can no longer afford because of their loss of employment, are going to be deemed, in this example in South Carolina, as being practically prisoners. The simple truth of the whole matter is, are we to the point now where when people fall on hard times, that they're going to be punished for something that is really not their doing, but is the doing of those that make the decisions, and they, the people themselves, are the resulting factor of the decisions that have been made? I want to thank you for joining me on this episode of The Simple Truth. And remember, as I always tell you, it's the simple things that are oftentimes the most profound, but yet they're the most difficult to put into practice and to actually do. I want to thank you for joining me, and I'll see you, and you again real soon.